Gip will ask Rakana if she wants to show those humans more strength.
Yes. That sounds like a good plan. I don't know what to do about teams, though. I was hoping all of us could just gang up on some villagers.
Poor villagers! Oh no!
Jeez.
Oh no! Oh!
So, are you walking up to the rope then?
Yeah.
Well, I think we need to divide ourselves up first.
Yeah.
I am going to walk over to the rope on the opposite side of Rakana.
I'm gonna go to forest side too.
Cal's just kind of sitting and chilling and watching unless somebody asks him.
Gip is on Rakana's side.
I was gonna say, I see this lineup, I walk over to Rakana's side.
Cowards.
Okay, you can't all go on that side though.
I mean, we could technically. Depends on
Be
how
a
long the
very
rope is.
one-sided affair.
There were we previously had seen some orcs bringing carts into the town. Are any of them hanging around? Oh wait, he's
He
gone.
went for
There
quick
was-
drink.
One orc. I don't know if they stayed. I think they were just delivering.
Yeah, it was an orc dwarven caravan, and I think they left probably with their wagons, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure of
the
that.
orcs that were with the orc that was with the dwarves, which was weird. I wanted to bribe one.
So what, it's 2 against 3? Is that how we're doing it?
Currently.
I mean, Danny wanted to, but she hasn't taken a side yet.
I'm gonna go over to Cal and ask him if he could please join our side.
I'll join your side. We're all gonna get like
Ooh.
flung
Sure,
through the air
I
when
don't-
Rakana pulls on the rope.
Ooh.
But
Can I
don't
go
know
up?
how well this is gonna go, but sure.
For
I
fun.
want to go up to the 2 people who've already joined Rakana's side and try and convince them to do everyone against Rakana.
If you want, I don't know if I can pull better than everyone, but
I mean, Gip will look at Rakana and ask her how she feels about going against everyone.
I mean, if you totally
how
want to just check
competitive is
that out,
Rakana?
I'm okay with that. If you want to just do all versus Rakana by
I'm
himself.
gonna walk up to Rakana. Actually, I don't even have to convince the other 2. I walk up to I just have to convince Rakana. I walk up to Rakana. I'm like, Rakana, you really like being strong and proving it to people, right?
it's kind of in my nature.
What if I suggested that you try and win against everyone else at the same time? I
We could
bet you
try
if
it.
you won, stories would pass down for decades about the strong and powerful Lady Orc who beat her entire group of friends.
I don't need that. It would be fun to try.
So what's
It would
happening here?
totally be
You're all
fun.
trying to convince Rakana to go off on her own?
We're trying to convince Rakana to do it, just her against the rest of us.
Oh my god.
Right now the teams are Rakana, Gib, Queso versus Forest, Rose, Cal, and Daisy.
I'd be willing to try a 1 versus all though if we want to.
I turn to Forrest and I say, "Hey, I'll get Batu to help me. You get your bear to help you."
The bear's gonna go
Oh.
flying.
Yeah, that bear gonna go flying.
I mean, a baby bear is still really strong.
It's true.
So let me take a look at something real quick. All right, so that's a 0. 0, -1.
Looking at
One.
strength
All right,
modifiers.
so that's 0 so far. All right, 2, 0,
Who
0.
is bringing our
All
score down?
Add up the
0
In terms of ability score,
Ow,
it's
and you
probably not
guys-
even unfair.
and
And you
0.
guys
Yep.
say I'm average. Wow.
Yeah. So okay. Here's the deal, Rakana, you have adventured with these people long enough to where you have a pretty decent idea of their capabilities reside. How shall we say this? Elsewhere, other than feats of strength. And so you're relatively confident that while the story of this particular tug of war contest might not go down in the annals of history the way that Danny's tried to convince you that it would, that you've got a heck of a shot at taking on the other 7 people. Wait, 1, 2,
Plus a dog and a
6.
bear.
Yeah. No, the dog and the bear can't participate. This is bipedals only.
Humanoids only.
And so go ahead and send forth a champion from the other group to roll a die, whoever that might be, and then have them roll just a d20. Send it to me, and Rakana, you do the same.
Just a D20,
I
eh?
volunteer.
Just I will add the appropriate modifiers.
Danny should do it.
Hold on. I do have one.
I volunteer.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Has the
Can I
highest
just say
strength
anyone
out of
but
us.
damage?
I
Just a D20.
volunteer.
I agree with anybody but damage.
Danny
Well,
is technically the team leader.
I was the one who convinced Rakana to do it, so. But if damage really wants to roll it, I don't mind either.
I just wanted to be on the other side of the rope.
Okay. Have a good seat when it happened.
So am I doing it?
Yes.
What is
yes.
the
Sure.
Okay,
I
yeah,
mean,
go
yeah,
ahead.
yes, we're having damage. Roll it.
His rolls have been iffy, but
Was supposed to be the Pouties.
Quiet. No. We don't need any foreshadowing here.
Mine says whispers to GM.
Yeah, I know. But yeah.
Hmm.
So I didn't
if
want
you
to.
roll-
I don't think it was whispered.
No, it was. Wait, you? Oh no, it definitely was
It
not.
definitely
whispered.
was not, but both
It-
my character sheets have whispered to GM.
It's
Yeah,
not
if you're
a character
doing
sheet.
a
If you just
type
roll,
roll,
you have to enable the GM
Oh.
button.
Or just do /GR and then D20. Or
Yep.
Space D20.
Slash GR space D20.
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
Fabulous. Quiet.
okay, that worked.
Yep, it did. Okay, so as the crowd, lunch is wrapping up, and the crowd sort of instinctually, right about where Rakana's token is on the screen here, the crowd begins to kind of disperse from that area, and there's a rope that's laid down. Hold on. You guys can adjust your. Yeah.
come on, Blondie, get over here.
Yeah, I'll move him. There we
Got
go.
a hell of a line against one person.
And the crowd begins to murmur and as the rope gets laid down, and actually your team lines up first, and Rakana's over here at this this vendor snacking on some stuff, and you watch as from the west a group of men approach with a cart that's filled with barrels. And another group, two guys come over and they put the rope down, running from where Rakana is all the way back to where Blondie is. And then the men with the barrels come up and unload the barrels in the center. And then they begin tapping the barrels, and water begins to gush out of them, creating a really muddy mess basically in this area here, right? It's like a
Yay.
huge mud pile. As Rakana's watching this unfold, just kind of eating, some sweet cakes and things like that, she slowly saunters up to, I guess, like here, and grabs her end of the rope and like wraps it around her forearm. Kind of looks across this huge muddy mess at Forrest and gives him a nod that indicates that he can let her know when he's ready to start. So she's got the rope wrapped around one forearm in one hand and a sweet cake, chewing on it in the other. She just kind of looks down at the mud, looks back at Forrest, looks back down at the mud again, looks at Forrest again. And then
Ready?
Are you gonna tell her that you're ready?
Oh, I thought you said she could. My bad. Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. So
I'm just gonna nod and
are you gonna let the rest of your team know to pull? Is that the plan?
yeah, just
Okay.
gonna nod at her, and I'm gonna look back and I say, "We pull."
Okay. So the rest of you hear Forrest yelling to pull, and as he does that, he slips in the mud, as well as and then knocking down Queso at the same time somehow, who then knocks down Daisy, and then Rakana's able to very easily pull the rest of you into the mud. And it was a resounding defeat for you and a resounding victory for her. Because, my gosh, even if I gave all of you rolls, I don't know if you would have beat her.
Oh
But,
no.
Yeah, it was. Let me put it this way: he somehow managed to roll worse than what he showed the rest of you.
I assumed
I assume.
Wow.
And so Rakana's declared the winner for the tug of war. She is awarded 7 points as the winner because of the incredibly lopsided teams that she was willing to go up against. And that
Hey.
what are the people's totals for points?
I forfeit all my points to Rakana.
What?
Before
I don't
we
think
do
he had
that,
any.
Oh,
I had
okay.
4.
I whisper to everyone else who's all in the mud pile, hey, let's go jump on Rakana and get her all muddy too.
Oh, okay.
Have
Do you
fun.
want to try to evade death?
No, she's too busy eating her sweet roll.
Okay. Who wants to dare Muddy the Orc?
Fuck it.
I
I was
will.
like, I know. I was like, after
Dog
hearing that,
pile,
I just kind
dog
of stand
pile.
up, take a few steps aside, and just watch.
Dog pile, dog pile.
Okay.
I'm going to
Gip,
attempt to go
Gip, Gip
find
will,
water.
Gip
wash
will
myself
just
off.
start laughing and
Got it.
throw lumps of mud at her.
Okay. All right. So a nice mud fight ensues. And the rest of the afternoon is relatively chill. You guys, those of you who want to find water to wash yourself off, you're able to do so pretty easily. Those of you who don't care, you can walk around caked in mud. Is there anybody that wants to? Does anybody want to visit any of the vendors or any of that other kind of stuff before the festival draws to a close?
Is there anyone selling like crafter tools?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they have any kind of like carving or sewing sets?
Certainly.
Hmm. Anything small enough that wouldn't be like crazy unwieldy in my hands?
Yeah, no, you'd be able to find a child's sewing kit for sure.
In that case, I'm gonna. How much would that cost me?
So there's two places you can find this. One is the tailor shop. The other one is at uh the display that is filled with glasswork.
Okay. I'm gonna go admire the glasswork, and I'm gonna. Is there someone there now?
No.
Hmm. So I guess I'm gonna look around, see that there's no one there, and walk over to the tailor and ask about a small sewing kit.
Okay. And they produce one for you that's in a little bag that has the name of their shop on it, and they hand it to you.
And how much will that be, big sir?
This is the festival. It's completely free.
I'm gonna keep an eye on the glass one and see if I can get it, because their craftsmanship I find is beautiful, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it to see if anyone returns to the table.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Is there any like?
Holy shit!
Oh
Sorry.
God.
Echo.
Hold on.
Marco.
Go again, please.
All right. Is it echoing or no?
No,
No,
I
you're
just I had you turned up from your whispering story hour, and so it yeah.
Yeah, I switched. I'm not on the computer, so I can't do rolls anymore. But I'm still here.
Okay.
Is there any like souvenir store or little trinkets from the festival?
Yeah, I mean everybody has, everything from, little wooden figurines to like there's some stuffed dolls. You do see that a couple of the children are wearing effigies of Blondie around their neck. That the one of the local merchants who helped make those has them out for people. If you're interested in picking one of those up.
Is there
Uh,
any of those things like really tiny?
Um, you're talking like in the palm of your hand, tiny?
Yeah. Like little
I mean,
nylon
there
tube.
there are. Is there a particular type of item that you're looking for?
Just something like commemorative for the day.
Sure. So you do notice that on the glassworks table, there are like pins that are made of glass. So like
Okay.
like a lapel pin type thing.
Okay. I think throughout the whole day, Rose is laughing and having fun, but she keeps looking over at the families. And when she sees that glass, she'll go over and get one of those.
You just want to pick one up from the table?
Yeah, they'll buy it if they're selling it or something.
Well, there's nobody there.
Oh, are they just people just take them?
You've noticed a couple people walk over and just pick things up.
Okay. Okay, I'll take one. I'll pick one up and just stand by the table, and just look at it for a while, and then I'll put it away. And if no one stops me, I'll go ahead and rejoin the others.
Okay. Nobody stops you.
Is Nisk Tender from Bottle Solutions around the festival?
I'm sorry, what?
Nisk Tender from Bottle Solutions.
Yeah, sure.
alchemy
Yeah,
shop.
he's there.
Gib would like to try pestering him again if he can buy one of those formulas he tried to get from him before.
Okay. Are you going to? Do you want to do this through diplomacy, or how are you? Are you just doing just a regular conversation with him?
Yeah, just a regular conversation after working for him, being at the festival, trying to abuse the festival situation.
How many points do you have? What were? I'm sorry. What were the point totals that we went over? Did we determine who?
I don't think we actually announced it.
No.
You
Okay.
didn't announce it.
Well, so Blizz, how many points do you have?
15.
50?
15.
15.
15. Okay, I was gonna say how did you get 50? Okay. Damage had 5, right? Or 4.
I forfeited all my points to Rakana.
Okay. Elaine, how many did you have?
Rakana has my 4.
Got it.
Balance beam, I was second place, which was 3 points, right?
Yes.
So I have 13 points.
Okay. Lep.
4.
Okay. Mar has 5 from the.
Yeah, 5.
You know.
One with that
Okay.
ridiculous story.
It was a great story. Don't be jealous.
Rakana.
12, unless I can take the ones from damage, I guess.
Okay. Push you at 16. Uh-oh. Toxie has all
0.
of his... what? Hold on, let me finish. Has all of his pride points intact. As he
That
didn't
I
even...
do.
The only way that you can't lose is if you don't play the game. That's not quite how that phrase is supposed to go. But Zaven, how many did you have?
13.
13. Okay. So these are little wooden tokens that are handed out. And so Damage is absolutely able to give you his tokens if he so feels like.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, man. Boy, poor Queso, man. He'd done so well. Are you going to try and bribe? You could... Queso, would you like to steal from your fellow...
Oh my.
Because you got Mar and Lep with 4 and 5 apiece, right? So it's like you could either barter for them, or you might want to try and. Oh, that'd be perfect, right? So you take the 5 from Mar, Rakana takes the 4 from Lep, and then both of you are sitting there at 20, and then I guess
happens
Elaine
if we
gets to
tie?
determine who. Well, I don't know what would happen if you tie. Well, I guess you've got first, second. Yeah, yes, you do have. I gotta see how many points if there's anybody else who got decent number of points. Okay. No bartering, no haggling.
So who were...
Nope.
Sorry, who are the top 3 again?
Right now, Rakana's in
Rakana.
first at 16. Queso's in second at 15. And Elaine is in third at 13.
And third is shared.
Oh yeah, third is shared with Zaven. Yes.
I mean, Queso just feels good. He doesn't really care enough to steal a few for first place.
Okay. Would you like to try and steal some from the other participants who aren't in your group? Okay.
Nah.
Hesitation's fine.
Did any of the children in the town participate?
Not really. Most people, it's kind of like as far as this is concerned, it's an 18 plus thing. Most places had, secondary kids games for the children to be able to participate in.
Okay, so none of the children who have been following me around have points then.
That's correct. Okay. So the games portion of the ceremony is coming to a close, and they have people come up, deposit their coins. And Rakana, you would be in the lead at this point. Again, you get a couple dirty looks from the weightlifting guy. But most people, understand that your victory wasn't entirely about that. Most people are still just impressed by the display of strength that you had, to where they almost feel like you were sandbagging the weightlifting competition, to try to put people into a false sense of security as far as the tug of war was concerned. And then let's see, Queso, you're in second, and then there's a tie for Zaven and Elaine. So, one of the vendors pulls out a cart. Brings a cart up. It's covered with a sheet. There's clearly something underneath it that's square. He, in a big flourish, he takes the sheet and pulls it back, and there are 3 boxes labeled 1, 2, and 3. And he says, "My dear orc lady is the winner. You have the option of which box you would like to choose for your prize. They are identical size boxes."
I'll take number 1.
Okay. So he lifts up box number 1, and under box number 1, you see a very nice round shield. It is metal. I have incredibly high craftsmanship. And he says, this is from Sava's Armory. It is a wonderfully made shield. And he kind of launches into this whole thing that sounds more like a commercial than, an actual description of the shield itself. But you can tell it's fairly high quality. And he says you can either, keep this box or choose one of the other two. But if you choose one of the other two, you have to keep what you choose.
I think I'll keep this. It's very
Okay.
nice.
Okay. So it's mounted nicely, and you can just go ahead and grab it, and you have a sturdy shield.
Thank you.
Queso.
Yes.
Boxes 2 and 3 remain.
I'll open up 2.
Okay, so you point to box 2.
Yep.
Okay, inside box 2, there is a very fine set of, how can I describe this? There's a really nice cloak, as well as a set of wonderfully, you can tell that the craftsmanship for it is very high quality as far as the sewing of it is concerned. It's not garish, right? It doesn't. It is not meant to make you stand out or look like royalty or anything like that. It's just very high quality, outfit. Upon closer inspection, you can see that there is actually also quite a few like secret pockets that are sewn into the outfit. The man then launches into what's essentially a commercial for the master tailor in town. Tells you that you can. He offers you the same thing. You can either keep this, or you can go for box number.
Lots of pockets, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll keep it.
Okay. So once you take it out, you can see that the cloak is very nice. That looks like it's it. Yeah. Is that the one with 10 hit points? 60. Oh no, 8 or 8 hard is 2E. Yes. Yeah. So it's the lesser version.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. And then so the cloak is quite nice. And again, it's very warm. Are you gonna? Well, I you can just holding it, you can tell that it's made of a very well insulated, warm material. And then if you kind of like look at are you gonna investigate the clothing?
Yeah, might as well try it on.
Okay. You basically you're able to find that there's probably a half dozen sort of secret pockets that can fit anywhere from handful of coins to daggers to any small items, you should be able to fit in there relatively easily, and they are very well concealed.
Nice.
So when as the points are being tallied, we see that there's a tie for third, which and there's only one box remaining. So we have Elaine, I'm sorry, Danny, and Gib as a tie for third place. And so there's one of two things that can happen. You guys can either split what's ever in box 3, or you can have one final challenge to determine who the ultimate winner is for third place.
Or I have 1 token.
Do we have to?
I think they've already tallied them up. I don't think giving them another token will work.
Well, I mean, coming in from the what's
The
your
11th
plan here, Shion?
Oh no, I'm just telling them that I have 1 token.
You owe me 1 favor, redeemable at any point in time.
Keep saying, let's just see what's inside and then decide what we're doing about it.
You have to determine first.
If it's another shield, what will we do with half a shield?
I look at the people tied with me, and I go, this is my first ever Big Folk Festival. Are prizes usually very valuable?
Gib looks back at her and says, I have no idea.
This is my first People Festival, too.
It's probably also mine, to be honest.
So many first times.
It's mine. Yeah.
Danny's just got her arms folded with one hand on her chin, looking very deep in thought.
Who is it? Gib and
Gib will say, let's just take it together and split it, or if we can't split it, we toss a coin.
Indeed, we're all friends here, right? Right? and then I like try and put my mud covered arm around Gib's shoulder, but
Okay.
Which is also covered in mud.
Sure. Okay. So the third box is lifted, and you see what appears to be a fairly ordinary looking medium-sized well, it's actually not medium-sized. It'd be considered a small bag or a large pouch, if that makes sense, right? So it's not a sack, it's not a backpack, right? But it's just it's maybe the opening is probably 3 inches in diameter, and the bag itself is probably, I don't know, 6 inches. And it's just there on a really nice display.
What's this? What's this? Please explain.
So he goes off and talks about how this bag is, a specialized, or this pouch, excuse me, is a specialized pouch, and it has magical properties. And he talks about it more again in terms of a commercial than giving any specifics. I can't remember what the name of the shop is, but it's just like the magical oddities shop in town. And then tosses it to you guys and wheels away the cart, and the festival, the end of the festival begins. Do you want to open it?
Would that be the Curious Goblin?
Sure. That's fine. I think that's one of the places.
It's like a
There's
pawn
like 2
shop or
places in
something?
town. Yeah, it's more legit than that. For sure. But
Who caught
yeah.
the bag?
What's that?
Gip will hand Danny the bag and tell her to open it, please.
Okay.
Okay. I open the bag. How big is this bag compared to me?
It's about the size of your torso, maybe a little bit.
You know how there
Probably
was a
about half your
sack
torso.
race earlier? It
There
would
was a
look
sack
like-
race.
It would look like you would be in it as a human.
Right.
Would be in like those sack
Oh,
race
Yeah,
bags.
yeah, just about. Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
not that big. Because you're like what, 2.5 feet? We decided
2 feet.
3 feet. Yeah, 2 feet, whatever. Yeah.
3
So I
foot,
mean,
1
it's
inch.
yeah, it's right. Whatever
No,
you
2
are to
foot,
not be
1
tiny, but
centimeter, remember?
yeah. But basically that it's for like a human, right? It's a little bit bigger than an adult male's hand in terms of its total sort of
Okay.
footprint, if you will.
So I could carry it like a backpack.
You could. Do you want to open it?
Yeah.
Okay. You open it. Are you looking inside?
Yeah, I'm gonna look inside.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
You see a black void.
Okay, I'm gonna reach my arm in.
Okay. Your arm goes all the way in.
I'm gonna like stick the top half of my body in, like just my legs are hanging out.
But
Oh God.
you're going to put your head into the black void bag.
I mean, unless
I can't see what could possibly go wrong.
Queso just holds the back of the shirt of Danny before she does that and be like, probably not a good idea to shove your head in there.
Okay. You
look at
you
him
go.
and says, "Have you seen these before?"
Rumors, but nothing concrete. I assume
Okay.
this is a bag of holding. Or something similar in Pathfinder.
What would you want to tell her that it does?
It
How would
holds
you
more than
confirm
it-
such a suspicion?
Alright.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, then. Wait, no, I did do it to you this time. Good.
You did. Yep. Do you know how they actually work?
Me personally, yes.
Okay. So your character would know then, based on that Arcana skill. So if you want to share, you can.
Okay.
Or if you want to
So-
let her suffocate herself in the black void of death, you can do that too.
I tell her it should be safe to check it out.
Oh god.
Just oh
Because out of character, you can actually survive in there for 10 minutes.
yeah.
Or just not very just not very
Pleasant.
long. So, yeah.
Wait, out of character. I don't remember if this was 5e or Pathfinder 2e, but bags of holding are the pocket dimensions, right? That are like
Yeah, it's an
10
extra
by
dimensional
10.
space.
So if she goes in, she's not going to be able to climb out.
We can just turn the bag upside down.
You turn it back upside down, or somebody can reach in there and grab her.
You can attempt
Okay.
to escape with a DC of 30.
Yeah,
Wait,
there's-
didn't I
there's
say I
no
wasn't
safety
going
feature.
all the way in though?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you were just looking in.
No, so you, if I remember right, it acts sort of like a black hole. Like if you start putting majority of your body in, you're gonna fall in.
I don't.
I
think
don't
so.
remember. If,
So the way that this particular after the crowd disperses, right? Danny is seen as attempting to put her head inside of it. Very quickly, the proprietor of the curio magic shop comes over and tells her not to do that, as it could be potentially very dangerous, and says that the way that this particular pouch works
is that it is tied to a specific individual. That individual is able to put things in it, and then they reach their hand in. They just think of the thing that they put in. They reach their hand in, and it comes out. It is limited in space, in that the anything that enters it has to be able to fit through. Like I said, it's about a 3-inch in circumference hole. But if you can fit something into that, then you're able to not in circumference. I'm sorry, in diameter. You are able to basically hold as much of it of things of that size as you would like. But you are the first person who kind of puts something in it, it becomes the owner of the pouch, and then that person is the person that is the only person that's able to get anything out of it. So it has a security mechanism built into it, if you will.
A
Danny's
secure
face,
bag of holding.
That's very
Danny's
different.
face lights up, and she's like, "That's awesome. That's like the best backpack ever." And then she
and-
looks at Gib and says, and she's holding it in her arms, like in front of her, in her arms, and she looks at Gib and she's like, "Do you want it?" She's very reluctant, but she's willing to offer it to him.
It might be
because they had
4
a
inches
tie.
in diameter, just to give you. It's certainly large enough to hold alchemical potions and ingredients and elixirs, if that's what it needed to be used for, or it's certainly large enough to hold coins. You could get basically unlimited funds inside of it.
I asked the man how much weight it can carry.
He tells you that if it can fit in there, he has yet to find anybody that's been able to fill one up.
Oh, that's very different then. Okay.
Very useful.
Gib is looking at the bag and
Out
Danny
of
and
character,
says,
I just want to confirm, GM, we're level 1, right?
Yes, you are level 1.
Okay.
Out of character, out of character.
Can we get level 2?
It would be super duper easy for me to become encumbered.
Yeah, that is obviously a thing as well.
Gib's
Yeah, I
just
mean, it's-
looking at Danny and saying to her, "You can't keep that bag. I don't trust it."
Okay. All right. I like it.
Danny looks down at the bag and then looks at Gib and says, "Thank you. If you ever need me to hold something for you, I will do it."
All right.
Do you want to put something in it?
I guess I'll put 1 silver coin in it.
Okay.
Just to test it out.
Are you going to think about the silver coin and pull it back out again?
Yeah. I'm gonna do this like 5 or 6 times just to watch it happen.
It works exactly the way that the female told you it would.
I am just clearly getting more and more excited every time I pull this coin in and out.
Okay.
And then I go and I hug Gib's leg.
Okay.
And I'm like, "You're my favorite."
You should try putting your friend in it and see if he comes out too.
No, don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
Also,
Don't do
friend
that.
is too big.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm guessing the dog is bigger than. It's like 4 inches in diameter, essentially.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't fit probably.
Okay, so the sun is beginning to go down on the festival. It's been, and again, the restaurants and the inns all bring out sort of an evening meal for people to be able to eat, and then excuse me, hold on, I gotta sneeze.
Excused.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. And then, as you guys are kind of stuffing your face full of food, you hear a big, thunderous crack, and then you look up and you see that it's come from the podium, where Father Xantus has taken 2 stones, and cracked them together. A sharp retort, like the crack of distant thunder, slices through the excited crowd as the sun-setting rays paint the western sky. A stray dog that has crawled under a nearby wagon to sleep starts awake, and the buzz of 24 conversations quickly hushes as all the heads towards the central podium, where the now beaming Father Xantus has taken the stage. He clears his throat, takes a breath to speak, and suddenly a woman screams, slices through the air. Moments later, another scream rises, then another. Beyond them, a sudden surge of strange new voices arising. High-pitched, tittering shrieks that sound not quite human. The crowd parts, and something low to the ground races by, giggling with disturbing glee as a stray dog gives a pained yelp and collapses with a gurgle. Its throat cut open from ear to ear as bloody pools around its head, and raucous sound of strange song begins chanting from the shrill, scratchy voice. And so go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Oh, man.
How surprising.
I know,
Let's see.
right?
Did we not
Who
warn
could
them?
see this coming, guys?
Do we make this public or do we make it private?
Oh, open the turn order first too.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Hold on.
Right.